Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Final Fantasy VII Remake. So let's hop right in and continue the game, I guess. But yeah, if there was one channel, and I mean one channel, whose creator is either alive or dead, I wish I could have ever met, it would be Technoblade. Honestly, it would be Technoblade. Like, I know I'm not, the best person out there, and I know I'm not the best at Minecraft. Surprise Pikachu face. But still, I honestly would have loved to meet the guy myself. Like, honestly. He seems like one of the best people you can meet, judging by what everybody's been saying about him. Like, you see, he genuinely seems one of the best people you can ever genuinely meet, in all honesty. Okay, I'm gonna use some potions. But yeah, like, that's honestly one of the only few creators I would ever genuinely want to meet, is Technoblade. Like he genuinely seems like one of the best people you could ever be around, ever meet, whatever. And it's honestly such a shame to see what happened to him, and then it's honestly such a shame.
Report. What good do you think a damn
Like,
report will do anyone?
and it was like, I never met the guy myself, and even the So Long Nerds video had me in tears. I never watched his channel until that video came out, and I never even met the guy until then. Like, I never even met the guy, and I never seen anything from his channel until that point. And yet that video had me in tears.
If so,
Genuinely, it did.
I assume that you and your men no longer wish to serve in your current position.
Like,
Is that correct?
and honestly, I would have loved to meet Technoblade whenever he was still alive. It probably would have been one of my most memorable experiences. But then again, I wasn't even into content creation until like about 2 years after he passed. He unfortunately passed. So, yeah. I just, wish I could have gotten to meet him, though. Like, I did go back to see some of his content, from before the unfortunate passing. And honestly, it's pretty good. Like, it's honestly some of the best content I've ever seen from the Minecraft community, in all honesty. Like, genuinely, if I were to ever genuinely recommend a channel, like, it would honestly be Technoblade, in all honesty. Like, he's one of the only few channels I would ever genuinely recommend if you want to, get into YouTube. Like, either creating your own content yourself, or, watching content. Like, Technoblade is a prime example. Sure, there's a lot of people that he's met that aren't really the best examples, but Techno himself is honestly one of the greatest content creators I've ever seen in the Minecraft sphere. And honestly, I'm glad to have discovered his channel, in all honesty. Oh god, I gotta heal up. Okay. Okay, I gotta see if I can, you know, use Cure on Cloud, considering that's probably all I got. That can heal major amounts of HP. Wait, I forgot. Barret has a lot of MP. Because I barely even used him throughout the game, because he wasn't even available all that much. Okay, now let's use fire. Oh wait, that was probably the worst choice considering, well, you know, it's a fire-based enemy, so that was probably the worst option I could have made for a magic use. So that was a waste of MP. Oh wait, I gotta heal up Tifa. Gotta use up Cure for my last bit of MP on Cloud. Wait, I forgot. I think, yeah, Ethers actually restore MP. So, all I gotta do is just wait it out a little bit. And then just try and fill up my HP on Cloud. Considering he's likely my highest level right now.
I'll end this.
Okay, I'm gonna use a limit on one of these things. Because that deals so much damage. And honestly, that's something that I kinda need. Okay, that did a lot. Okay, I gotta heal up everybody again. I'm healing everybody up to full. You know, to the best, or at least to the best extent that I can. Okay, I'm gonna focus on Barret, and then I'm gonna go down to Tifa. Because, well, Barret and Cloud are my two heaviest hitters, so obviously I gotta keep them healthy and make them my priority for healing. Tifa, she's good at combat, but she's not as good as, you know, Cloud and Barret, considering, well, Cloud has access to a lot of the most powerful weapons in the game, and he is the main character too, and that's on top of Barret. Like, he's a long-range character that has a lot of firepower. So, of course, I gotta keep them healthy. Mostly since Tifa doesn't really provide anything, for the most part. Like, sure, she adds in plot relevance, but she doesn't really actually add anything to the combat.
I thought this place was abandoned.
Guess not.
You know? Wait, materia. A lightning materia. Okay, I think I gotta... Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta check and see. Okay, I already got lightning materia. But I might want to put some on somebody else. Oh, Barret already has some. But yeah, I might want to put it on Tifa, come to think of it. So, yeah. Considering, well, every other character I have has lightning materia, and it would just be weird not having any on her to, you know, at least give her at least a little bit of a stat boost, or at least give her some usefulness, you know, outside of being the female of the group. You know, like, that's basically all she really has. Like, at least Aerith, at least she eventually becomes the healer of the group. at least she has more use than Tifa, because, well, Tifa, she's more of a combatant. She's a brawler, so, and brawlers are typically very bad in RPGs. Like, they aren't really all that good, for the most part. And they have to be, like, extremely high level, just to even become a little bit useful. For brawlers, anyways. And that's honestly, like, and in the early game, they're not, like, they're some of the weakest characters you can have. Oh god. Looks like Barrett found his match.
Not all you got! Take your best shot, asshole!
Why does he always use his gun instead of, you know, his actual hand to point at things? Okay, I'm gonna use Thunder. Okay, I'm gonna use Thunder on one of the legs. Okay, that did a lot more than what I wanted it to. But I was in the middle of an attack. And yeah, it was already launching one of its attacks. So there was very little I could do there. So, yeah. That's on me for not predicting. I crippled it. Great, now it's a vegetable. Okay. I gotta heal up whenever I get the chance to, because there are some weird bar-like things that determine whenever you can actually use stuff like spells, abilities, and the like. Okay. Okay, I gotta focus on using lightning. I'm gonna use lightning on this leg. Okay, I gotta use operator mode. I mean, whatever that's called. Wait, a summon? I get to use a summon in this battle? Okay, I gotta heal up whenever I can. As soon as possible. Okay, let's use it on Cloud. Because that's the one that needs healing the most. Darn it. I need to get one of those bars filled up. At least one of them anyways. Okay, there goes Ifrit.
Duty calls.
Also known as one of the most famous summons in Final Fantasy history. Like, there's no way you haven't heard of Ifrit at some point. Like, there's literally no chance you haven't ever heard of him. That's how iconic he is. Oh, come on, Ifrit. Oh god, I gotta heal up. But I gotta use something. I gotta use an ability on Ifrit.
Pushing it.
Okay, I'm gonna use these last 2 bars to heal up Cloud. Okay, now let's use this potion on Cloud again. Okay. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end of the boss. Okay, I gotta use a summon ability. Radiant Drive, or whatever it's called. Okay, at least I can actually use a Phoenix down on Cloud. That's why I've been saving them the entire game. It's for situations like this where a character gets knocked out and I don't want to be sent back. Okay, I'm gonna use it on Cloud. Because Cloud is my main priority for healing. Right now, anyways. Okay, I gotta take it out.
Get ready. It's on now.
I've gotta take out these slug rays. Because they're basically the main thing I gotta worry about. I don't think so. Considering, well, it would have likely shown that I got XP if I did defeat it.
Could be a system error.
Okay, I'm gonna use it on. Okay, time to use Cure on Cloud. And then heal up Tifa to get that redness off the screen. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna use Thunder on one of these artillery weapons. Because, well, they seem to be where everything is, all its attacks are coming from. Okay, time to use Thunder on Tifa. Okay, at least I staggered it. That's something, anyways. Okay, I'm gonna use it on the left artillery weapon now. Okay, Thunder on left artillery weapon. Okay. I guess I gotta, focus on Tifa here. Because she has the most of those blue bars. Okay, time to use it on the pilot. Okay, time to... Darn it, I don't have enough MP. Darn it, I lost Cloud. But I don't want to use up too many of my, Okay, I guess I gotta use a Phoenix down, considering I have 10 of them. And I don't want to be greedy. Okay. Let's use a potion on Cloud. Okay. Cloud clearly needs a lot of healing. Wait, I'm gonna use Thunder on the pilot. Considering, well, that's probably where most of the power comes from. Okay. Darn it, Barret got knocked out. Thank God I actually defeat the boss. Thank God. That took way longer than expected.
This way.
That took so long. Why does it happen? Why does everything happen to explode right after I, leave an area? I mean, come on. That doesn't really make sense.
After an anomaly was registered during the test.
An anomaly? Or an excuse for your failure to properly prepare the armor?
No, sir. All modules were confirmed fully operational. It's far more likely, given the circumstances, that the sensors were overloaded.
So, that makes a lot of sense. Considering, I literally was attacking it the entire time.
Is that so?
All the sensors in Section E are inoperable.
Oh God, they're screwed. They are screwed.
Yes. Yes. Everything is fine, sir. Better.
But you know what? Something that I've noticed is that people are still covering Zoe Laverne, TikTok's Zoe Laverne, or whatever her name is, 5 years after her controversy. Like, it was already determined that she's guilty. There's literally nothing else you could say to prove that she's guilty, whenever it's already basically proven that she is. I mean, come on. By now, people are just clout chasing, view chasing, and inevitably monetary gain chasing. That is literally all they're doing.
Don't worry.
Like, I get the victim can tell his side. I get that. But y'all are just... Those people are just view chasing and stuff. They're just clout chasing and view chasing. Like, I get the victim can tell a side, but that's obviously what they're doing. That's obviously what those channels are doing by now. Like, there's no need to continue the controversy already past where it was already proven that she's guilty.
Talk about a tight squeeze.
For you, Barret. But yeah, like, they're just clout chasing and view chasing by now. Like, that's all they're doing with those videos. Yes, what she did was bad.
So, you
What?
bump into any giant robots like that in Reactor
Like,
1?
yes, she should be punished for it. I agree with that part. But y'all are just view chasing and clout chasing by now. If you're continuing to make videos on her 5 years after the controversy initially started. Whenever, like, she hasn't even been relevant in years. Since the controversy originally started.
Lo and behold.
Like, there's just no point to keep the controversy going besides view chasing and clout chasing. Like, there's literally no point to it. That's all they're doing. Like, it was already determined that she's guilty. There's nothing more you can do besides, you know, view chase and clout chase.
When did it ever?
That's literally all those channels are doing. The controversy was covered 5 years ago, and it was already proven that she's guilty. Like, there's literally nothing more you can do past that point. Yes, she was never arrested for her obvious crimes. And yes, she should be arrested for it. Or at least should have been. But there's no sense in keeping it going. There's statute of limitations that only go up to about, I believe, a year. So there's no way that she could still be prosecuted for that.
So what's the plan?
Whenever it happened over 5 years ago.
G and then H.
Thought E was the last.
This here is Section F.
We cut through section G.
Like,
and then
honestly.
A cargo platform in H will get us closer to the reactor. Biggs should be somewhere over there.
Like, it just comes off as view chasing and clout chasing by now, considering they're still talking about that controversy 5 years after it started. Like, I have a reason to talk about it since I only started making content on YouTube a year ago. Not even a year ago at that. Not even a year ago. But pretty close to it anyways. I have a reason to it. Those channels don't.
Shut up and move.
Just don't look down, okay?
Easy for you to say.
Like, I have a reason to actually talk about it, because I haven't been making content on YouTube for as long as they have.
Section G's through here, huh?
Like, I actually have a reason to talk about it, because of that reason alone. Those channels have been making content for easily as long as the controversy has been going on. They have no reason to continue talking about it to this day.
No good?
Needs power, I think.
Oh, and also, I almost forgot to mention, my last stream on Twitch which likely will be my last one ever on Twitch. It will likely be my last one ever on Twitch.
Maybe no one uses
I actually predicted what's currently happening with Twitch.
No plate inspectors, huh?
Like, with them losing all these sponsors, losing money because of that lawsuit that they've recently gotten themselves into, all for the reasons that I literally stated in that stream, by them picking favorites. I literally said if they don't keep picking favorites like they have been, then they're inevitably gonna be losing sponsors
Hey guys.
and lose money. And guess what happened not even 2 months later?
Lights?
They lost sponsors and they're losing money from the lawsuit.
You think these are the plate zones? The closest thing we have to the real thing.
I never got a prediction so accurate in my life.
Through with it. The grounders and
But then again, it was pretty obvious that's what was gonna happen anyways.
Good when we blow the reactor.
Even a child could see that coming from a mile away.
Let's go.
So that's not really a feat to brag about.
Maybe.
That's not really something to brag about, if even a child could guess that. But I'm just saying, like, they clearly didn't listen,
Man,
you know?
the size of it.
That a console I see near the top of that ladder. They pretty tall ladder too.
I'll go.
Okay, we'll wait down here.
Oh god. So Barrett's scared of heights. Noted. But hey, as long as he doesn't jump into a body of water, he should be fine. Especially with that gun, particularly because of that gun on his arm.
Okay.
So yeah,
Great job, Cloud.
if he did try and swim with that gun on his arm, he'd probably pull a Matthew Perry. And we all know how that ended.
Next stop, Section G.
Yep.
Yeah, it didn't end that well for Matthew Perry. You know, the actor who played, like that one guy on Friends. I forget his name. I never watched Friends, so all I know is that he played that guy on Friends.
Tell you what, the rot runs.
Like, that's all I know about it. It didn't go too well for him last time he swam, if you catch my drift. Maybe he should have taken some lessons. No offense to him, no offense to him. That sounded a lot. That sounded really bad on my end. I was just trying to make a little bit of dark humor, but you know, that probably would, you know, give me a heavy amounts of backlash. I was trying to make a dark joke. Yeah, I probably need to control my mouth sometimes.
Is my guess.
Lucky us, am I right? One less thing for us to worry about.
But then again, I am famously known for having little to no filter. Anyone who knows me knows that I have little to no filter.
Monsters sure seem to like it. What's up with that?
It's like in the
Okay, there's stairs.
Get twisted by the Mako, but it all goes back to shit.
Okay. Wow, I've already been recording for over 30 minutes, and I've only made it to Section G. But anyways, I'm gonna end today's video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.